everyone. Welcome to the Followers of the Force stream for What Choice? We are all here, including some of us who haven't been here for a while, but let's
What
go.
chance do we have? What chance do we have? The question is, what choice?
There we go. Obviously we have all of our friends from Followers of the Force here. Plus, I think, Devor, I think you count because you married in. I feel
We've adopted him.
Yes.
It's kind of like they say you don't marry the person, you marry the family. Well, hi, you've married the podcast.
What have you done?
It's fine. We're all fine.
It's too late to back out.
Yeah,
now.
it really is.
Hey, I can officiate weddings. I can do nothing for divorces. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to bring our first friend on. We're going to have friends helping us this whole stream, and we have Brad from Friends of the Force. Hey, Brad.
What's going on, Brad?
Woo, Brad!
How's it going? Literal friend of the Force. Friend. Yes. That's me.
That's what
Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah,
who it was in our group chat for the What Choice fundraiser earlier. Somebody's like, I can't remember who I'm talking to. Everybody's username has "of the Force" in it.
Yeah.
Somebody either is a friend or there's something about the Force, and we're all just okay. We're all just.
It always
confused.
throws me off because the Followers of the Force, same acronym. So I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
I met Sarah at C2E2, and we bonded over podcasts with that. And we're like, oh, we're Twitter friends. And my sister's like, how are you meeting your Twitter friends in public? That's not even a thing. It's a thing.
Always surprises people, but yeah,
Mhm.
Twitter people are real most of the time,
Mhm.
unless you're a bot. But
I mean, I was not. I've had COVID all week, so I'm not actually sure I was a person until like today. Great. So, one of the things I was talking to people about, and we'll be asking guests as they come on, is what is your inspirational scene in Star Wars, Brad? Like, what is your moment that you're like, yes, that's what I do?
oh boy, oh, that's a really tough question. I would say inspirational scene. So this is like a scene that like motivates, like just in terms of like motivates me or like kind of gets me amped, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like for me, something that I always love is the Last Jedi when all of the ski speeders start going out on the crate surface and everything seems like it's gonna fall apart and get destroyed and the resistance is like on their last limb. And the Falcon, you see the shadow of the Falcon come over and like shoot the 3 TIE fighters, and Rose Tico's saved, and Finn's like, whoa, you know? And then Rey's like, I like this, you know? I don't know what it is about that moment, but it gets me going every single time. I'm just like, I feel like I want to run laps around my room and just fairly fist pump the air like for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
What about
amazing.
you guys? Hannah, what's yours?
Oh no! I was thinking about it
Putting
as
you on
I
the
was
spot.
talking. I'm like, there's so many. This is what I get for being gone for so long.
Nope, we're putting people on the spot tonight. Share yours in the chat. I'll pop them up. It's gonna
Oh
be great.
man, what gets me all pumped up? Oh. I
Anytime
just-
Darth shirt comes off. No, sorry, did I say
Yeah,
that?
no, we're not talking. Okay, yeah, that was one of them.
Bruno,
No, I
no,
actually was
come
gonna go with the Phantom Menace, like the whole pod race scene. Like I don't know why, it's just like I just feel like I'm just like this is so cool every time because I really wish it existed in real life, and I'm just like this is the coolest thing ever. Or when Duel of the Fates plays, like just it's a horror. Like it has such a sad ending, but like that beginning when that like choral music starts, you're just like. Yes, you know that like gif of the girl that like smashes the glass bowl and screams. That's what I feel like the whole time.
It's just like I feel like that point is when like they're like, John, you know, give us a little something special. Give us a little something special. It's just a 3-way lightsaber fight. You don't need anything special,
Yeah.
and it's the piano with fire coming out
Yeah,
of it.
no, like this shirt, this record shirt. This is how I feel like when that happens. Like, just pick up heavy things and put them down.
Oh, here's one we haven't seen: the Kessel Run in Solo.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, haven't
That's
thought
a
about
great
that one in
moment.
a while. That's a good one.
I love that one too. What about you, David? What do you got?
Okay, can I give like a two-parter?
Fine.
Because
I
I
mean,
think
it's not
you know
like-
who I'm
I
going
mean,
to
I
show.
kind of did, so yeah. It's just-
Okay,
yeah.
so one happened last week, and it included this guy.
Oh my god!
I've got Buff
Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon in the
has
house.
made an appearance, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. So Qui-Gon's Force Ghost, I cried. But for me, it's got to be Battle of the Heroes, Episode 3. That music, that fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin. I quote it sometimes while I drive. I don't know why, but that's my moment, man. It's one of those iconic sequences in Star Wars, and it's cool we got a part 2 last week. So, yeah, that is mine.
What do you, who have I not gone to? I'm calling on people. Meg and Devore, now that you guys are...
Go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm gonna go with the one that like first came to mind. It's the opening of Revenge of the Sith. It's just that the shot of the Star Destroyer, the like dun dun dun, and then the ships fly in and they go over, and then it's just total chaos. Like that's always just so fun, and you get all the like the camera shots, which really aren't camera shots because it's all computer generated. But yeah, it's a grand old time.
What about you, Meg? Still thinking?
God. I mean, that was sort of going to be my answer, possibly, but like, okay, fine. I'll go with Rise of Skywalker. All the ships fly in. There are more of us. I mean, like, how can you not, like, regardless of what you think about the entire package, how can you not in that moment be like, hell yeah?
Yeah.
So if nobody knows what movie we're about to talk about, it's Jin's speech to the council in Rogue One, which even before Meg is actually the one who suggested the name for the fundraiser. It was not me. I was encouraged. But I am preparing for a Bands Off Our Body rally with some local activists in person, doing things not on the internet. I exist outside of this computer screen sometimes.
What?
I know what. But when I was looking, that's honestly starting a week and a half ago. The party I got COVID from. But we were making signs for the rally, and it was, what chance do we have? The question is, what choice? And basically then everything from then on when I cried during the entire end of Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. Okay, so like we've got our donations link going at the bottom. We're going to be updating you, David. You got our updated number? What's our number? I feel like I'm hosting a telethon.
Our number right now is $33,615.
Hey!
Woo!
We need you to keep those phones ringing.
Don't call me. Never call me.
Let me give out my cell phone number right now to everybody. Okay, so it's 16.
I'm just like, the phone rings and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't use it for that.
The phone rings and I Google the phone number and I'm
Yes,
like,
right?
is this like a company or something or just some random person?
Oh, that's
It's like
such a good
if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly my
Yeah.
philosophy. If it's important, they'll leave a voicemail.
That's been me with all week. Before I was leaving work and trying to do stuff and my phone kept ringing and I'm like, can I just start sending people to voicemail or is that frowned upon? No matter what I tried to do, if I was trying to do something with a time limit, the phone kept ringing. Oh, the Khyber Arch and Into the Dark is so good. Which reminds us, if you're donating to our fundraiser, you can send your donation receipt of $25 or more to @WhatChoice22, which is the Twitter account for the fundraiser, and be entered into a drawing. And the items that I need to post that I haven't yet are 2 new items. A signed copy of Into the Dark is one of them, signed by Claudia Gray. And Then there's also a signed copy of The Fallen Star, which will be destroying everyone's feelings. Other prizes in that raffle, Beth Rivas is donating 2 books. One is a signed copy of Rebel Rising. One is a signed copy when it's released of The Princess and the Scoundrel. We also have a Jyn Erso prize pack with the Platinum Jyn Erso figure, the Black Series figure, and some Pez dispensers. What else do we have? I don't know. I'm forgetting my right. There's so much, guys. There's so
much.
Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I have been so overwhelmed. It's amazing.
You're doing great.
Thank you. And David, you have our what is the podcast doing? If you let the podcast know that you've donated, do you have our list?
I do have our list. So let me pull it up here. So for a $10 donation, for a $5 donation, you'll get a personalized book recommendation from Meg. So any of you that are into publishing, that's a great one. And the rest are all raffles. So for a $10 donation, you get to choose an episode topic for us. That's up to 12 possible winners. For a $15 donation, we'll be giving away 7 copies of Star Wars Brotherhood through Audible. So those will be 7 possible winners there. A $20 donation will be a raffle with up to 10 possible winners for a Followers of the Force Resist Rebel t-shirt. A $50 donation, another raffle with up to 12 winners to be a guest on Star Wars Happy Hour, where you can see us just do ridiculous things on a Saturday night. $75, another raffle with 6 possible winners to co-host a live news show with us. That'll be on Wednesday nights. And then a $100 donation will be another raffle with 12 possible winners, and that'll be to co-host an episode of Words Between Worlds with all of us. So that is in the pinned tweet on our Twitter profile if you guys want to go check it out.
Excuse me.
It's so good, guys. It's so good.
Lots of stuff. And if you donate like 1,000 and you find yourself in Orlando, I'll go to Oga's Cantina with you and get just plastered. Have a great time.
I thought we were going to get plastered no matter what I donated.
That too.
This is just extra incentive. You can have both of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
David and Rachel get plastered.
You know, at this point, I need it. I've been watching Disney Channel or Disney Parks videos all week because I couldn't leave the house, and now I'm just like, I want to ride all of the rides, and I would possibly murder someone for a Dole Whip.
God. Oh my god, that just sounds really good right now.
That does.
Yeah,
I just want to ride Star Tours. We went on Star Tours
I've
8
never
times, Sarah
Star
and I, the week of celebration. We almost got to 9. We went 3 days, 3 times the first 2 days, and then the third day we missed the
So close.
we missed the 3x3 special, so we'll have to go again and try for 9.
Which one's your favorite track?
Oh my gosh. Battle of Coruscant was pretty wild.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a track, so I was like, as soon as it came on, I was like, what? Because we had like Kef beer and like twice in a row, and I was like, no offense to Kef beer, the Diet Nogas are great, but I was like, I really want prequel planets because of my prequel feelings, and then we finally got like Kashyyyk and Battle of Coruscant right in a row. So yeah,
Nice.
Cool.
it's great. I have never ridden Star Tours because
it's so good. It's so
the only time I've been to Disney as an adult, I had one day to do Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and so
Would recommend it.
Couldn't do them both.
If you go really late at night and the line's only 5 to 10 minutes, you can literally get off of it, like run around and then get back on it that quick because like nobody's there. So you just keep running and trying to get different planets, and hopefully it falls in your favor.
So I used to do that on a ride called the Orbit and Six Flags Great America when I was a kid. It would spin really, really fast, and then it starts to raise up. So when it's all the way up, you're flipping upside down at the top, but it's
Nope.
the source.
I'm good.
No.
7 times in a row. But the thing is, I was 14. I didn't get motion sick.
You were still a Gumby doll at that point.
I decided to do it again when I was like 17, and apparently during the later stages of puberty and when you become an adult, the like liquid in your ears gets a little thicker. You get dizzy easier.
No.
Oh, I went on that sucker twice, and I had to sit with my head between my legs for 20 minutes. And
No.
I'm gonna die.
Don't ride Cosmic Rewind then. If any of you guys in the chat have been to Epcot lately, you know why. You'll die. If you have any sort of motion sickness or anything, you're spinning for like 2 minutes.
No.
Oh my
Nope.
gosh.
Yeah.
My one was I didn't care for Space Mountain because I don't like when, like, if I'm all in the dark, I can't tell which way's up and which way. Like my brain doesn't really comprehend where I'm moving, and I did not. I also got on Space Mountain after I ate and had sangria because I had sangria and my sister could yank me into line.
Oof, no.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. Not doing that.
No, that was not a thing. But yeah. Brad, you want to plug your podcast real quick? Oh, I've just left the comment up for forever. Sorry. I know what I'm doing, really.
Yeah. So we're at Friends of Force. We're doing some fun things right now. We just wrapped our Kenobi stuff, and we're getting into I guess coming up like Andor pretty shortly. It's only like 2 months away.
Oh, nobody in this podcast is excited for Andor.
Speaking of what choice, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm excited. We're getting more Cassian. I know the series is supposed to be like 2 seasons, I think, and then like covers 5 years. So I'm hoping we'll see Felicity Jones in season 2 at the end.
They're like, okay, so like the first one is that first year and the 5 years before Rogue One, and the next season is going to cover the next 4 years. I'm like, no, I must have 5 seasons. I don't care. The mundane things of the rebellion. I want everything. I want the rebellion's laundry service. Just give it
Yeah,
all.
I was super on board with that like rumored 5-season run. I was here for it. 1 year a season. Let's do it. It's not too late, Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Well,
yeah,
let's
that's where you
see.
can find us.
Who's popped in? I'm
just
bringing
wanna-
my friend. Oh, go ahead. Give us an
I was going to
update.
say, I just want to give us a quick update. We're now 33,765.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for donating. Y'all are
Okay.
incredible.
We are trying to have fun, but we're also going to be informative here. I'm going to bring my friend Missy on. So, Missy, this is your warning. Hi, guys. This is my friend Missy.
The infamous Missy. There's a face. I'm so excited.
No, there's a face. There's a face behind my friend Missy.
There's been a face for a while. You just haven't been on.
Hey, don't rub it in. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's fine.
Rubbing
She's got
salt in that wound.
today. I was asleep on her couch an hour ago.
It's okay. I was asleep in my room while you were asleep on my couch.
Yeah. I went to go work on this and nap at her house because it was not my house. So Missy is going to come tell us. Missy is a disability rights activist, and she's going to talk with us a little bit about how abortion access is a disability issue as well. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Missy?
Sure. So basically the thing that I've been trying to remind people with the current situation is, everybody's talking about, and this is what we've been getting people to donate for, is that for people who to travel to somewhere where they can get the care that they need, not everybody has that ability or very easily. So I think that's the thing to keep in mind for people is that, yes, it's so important that those people that can travel get the access they need, but don't forget about the people who don't have that ability, and that's not even just a disability thing. There was a story recently of a woman. She came to Chicago to one of the Planned Parenthood facilities there. She had to, I don't remember where she was coming from. I want to say it was Texas, but don't quote me on that part. Had to fly in, have her procedure done, and fly out the same day because she had no baby.
Mhm.
So, and that, that goes beyond a story. That's just, everything. The other thing, and I haven't done as much research as I should on this, but I happened to think of it the other day, is a lot of people who do have disabilities and get Social Security are on Medicare and Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
So just getting access to their services and having them paid for. A lot of people do have these companies coming out and saying, we'll pay, our insurance will pay for you, we'll give you travel money, da 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 da. It's great if you can access that.
Yeah.
So, the other side of it that I wanted to mention is just for those of us who are personally to be very careful in how we portray certain things. There's a hashtag going around right now. Rachel, do you remember what it was? I sent it to you.
Not your worst case scenario, something like that.
Yes, something like.
I'll see what it is.
I'm looking it up because I sent it to you earlier.
Not a cautionary tale.
Thank you. Not a cautionary tale. It's basically, there are people on both sides saying, well, what if they aborted you because you have a disability or you didn't listen? Don't go there. Basically, is what this whole thing is about. So yeah, any specific questions, I guess.
Thank you so much, Missy. I just wanted to, we're trying to have fun, but we're also trying to keep this sort of informative as well.
Yeah.
So Missy, what is your big Star Wars hope scene? And I know we've already said it.
Yeah, dang it, Meg so much.
Sorry.
It's okay. So the one moment that I actually keep the screenshot of it on my phone all the time because I have to, is when Poe says that good people will fight if you leave them. I have to remember that there are good people out there fighting even when it seems like there isn't. And the other part of, again, Meg, I'm with you, that whole scene when you see those ships, it gives me chills every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'll also piggyback on that saying the scene right after that with the First Order, when they don't have a navy, not a navy, just people.
Yeah.
And I think the last, 40 some odd hours, 30 some odd hours now is showing us that.
We're not an organization. We're just people.
Mm-hmm.
I also, just side fun note, in the last few minutes, we've been looking at Star Tours and the accessibility of the ride, because if I ever get down there, they've been calling.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Missy. What
Thank you,
other
Missy.
fun Star Wars stuff do we have? Oh, Brad, what's your favorite character? We're going to see whose team you're on.
Oh boy. I am a huge maybe it's like recency effect, but Leia is currently at the top for
He's
me.
always
I like it.
Okay, Missy, pick one.
Okay, well, since he already said Leia, because she's always going to be on my list, R2. Because there is no Star Wars if R2 hadn't saved everybody's butt.
Missy and I just found the most delightful series on Disney Plus. It is Star Wars Lego Droid Tales. It is.
Oh my! It's so good.
If you need a distraction right now, go for it.
It is C-3PO telling stories of the Clone Wars to them all after Endor, and it is charming. It is
Oh
all
my
the
god.
most
Yeah, anyone who is
charming.
who is watching this has not watched Droid Tales. Watch Droid Tales. It is so funny. Like they kind of poke fun at Star Wars, but they do it in like a very loving way, the way that Lego always does. It's so good.
And
I
actually,
just
I'm glad you said that because I do want to specify. You're talking about the Lego one. There is like an older,
there
like
is
80s droid. So.
yeah, there's a droids series, but
Yeah.
there's apparently going to be a droid story. Was one of the projects they announced on that investor call a while ago.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing this one idea floating around. There was time on Yavin 4 that K2SO, Chopper, R2D2, and C3PO all
Oh,
lived
no.
on that base.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
want
you
the
know
whole.
how I
I just
feel
want the
about
whole series to be about that now. Like I don't
Oh
care
my
about anything
God.
else.
It's,
That's all. I don't care
Wow.
anymore.
the whole show is just all of them bullying 3PO. Just relentlessly.
I just want K2 and Chopper in the same room.
On the flip side of that too, without K2 in the sequel trilogy, those three, Chopper, 3PO, R2 plus BB-8 and Dio also. So there's like
Oh.
five.
Oh my god.
Oh, and now you got to put
About Dio, right?
Ned B in there. Although
Yeah. Oh well.
I know,
Rip.
never
No.
mind.
It's too
David, it
soon.
was too
Wow.
soon.
Rip.
No.
Pour one
Too
out.
soon.
Lola.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never mind.
Lola. I
Oh,
love
Lola.
Lola.
You know I love my Geeky droids though. As you guys, some of you probably know, Rachel has done readings of all these people
All the sequels.
and Rogue.
And Rogue.
I love playing my Geeky droids because they can speak English, and I got to drop the one F-bomb.
Because we all know that's all that R2D2 actually does is swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And Chopper too.
Him and Chopper, yeah.
Oh, Chopper.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, my favorite game. So, out of all the Star Wars movies, the new three, Rogue One, Solo, and Revenge of the Sith, are all rated PG-13. You get one F-bomb, where would you put it?
In
Episode
each or
3 for
at
me.
all.
What? Per
For
movie.
me-
Per movie. You can
Oh,
you can pick one per. If you have an idea for a movie, one of my
Ooh.
friends had the best one, which was language warning on the stream starting now because I'm a heathen. But one of my friends said no, it can't be any of the main characters in Rogue One. It's just one of the rebels there screaming it as they run from Vader. Just,
Yes.
Just having the most realistic reaction in the world to
Yeah.
Darth Vader coming at you
yeah,
down the
no.
hallway.
Vader ignites the lightsaber, and you just hear one of the rebels go, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
So is that what the Wilhelm scream actually is?
That is it. Yes, the Wilhelm scream is the F word of Star Wars. That's totally true. That's so right.
I would have one of the rebels in the end of Rogue One in the hallway, like when they just all the lights go off. One of them just goes, "Oh fuck!" After Vader lights his saber, like it just goes back to one of them. He's just like, "Oh man."
Oh man.
Yeah. Or
that's a
for
good one.
Krennic
Over,
possibly.
Anakin, I
Some,
have the fucking high ground.
I would also love to hear Ben Mendelsohn say the F word in the Star Wars. Like, you stand
Yeah.
on my fucking achievements, not yours. Would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm sorry, there's a train going by my place, but for me, it was actually on Octave when R2's talking to Luke and he's telling him he's not coming back. And so my line in that was that Leia's been looking for you, and then Luke says, "I know." To which I said, "What the fuck, dude?" That's when he says, "Hey, Secret Island."
Okay, guys, we are at our first half-hour changeover. Missy and Brad, thank you so much. I'm going to
thank you guys.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks for
Gonna
having me.
roll our we're gonna have a video from a supporter and change over to our new people once I find the right button. Doing great.
You can do
Doing
it.
great.
I believe you.
Hi, I'm Shannon from Postcards from the Galaxy's Edge and Shenanigan Plays on Twitch. And although I am now a British content creator, I am still an American citizen, and the Roe versus Wade overturn 2 days ago has shook me to my core. And that's why I am completely and fully behind the What Choice campaign, because the time to fight is now. I completely support my fellow women, trans men, and non-binary siblings in this fight. And I encourage you to do the same in any way you can, be it donating, just spreading the word, which is all I can do at this moment, but I will continue to fight more in the future. And I hopefully encourage all of you to do the same.
Thank you so much. Okay, we got some new friends hitting the stream. We've got Maggie.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
David, can we get an update?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Hit the
while I
refresh
reload
button a
here.
few times, my friend.
All right, so we're now at $33,815.
Holy
Heck
crap.
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Look at that. And of course, because we hit the 30,000 mark, David and I had to come in cosplay. So
Yeah, it's very hot, guys. I am
no.
burning.
I wore my A-Wing pilot jacket in solidarity.
There
I'm
we go.
almost sweating too.
Suffer for the cause, David.
Yes.
Listen, in about 5 seconds, I'm gonna just spend it.
Oh my god. I love it.
Okay, so Maggie, your
Yes.
inspirational moment in Star Wars.
My inspirational moment, aside from Rogue One, which I always joke radicalized me just the entire movie, is the
same.
line. I mean, like, I came out of Rogue One and I was like, I've always heard of people who are like, this movie spoke to me, this movie motivated me. And I had never had that moment. And I was sitting in Rogue One and I was like, oh no, it's talking to me. It's talking directly at me. This movie was made for me. So yeah, Rogue One was that. But there's a quote in The Last Jedi that Leia says that, yeah, hope is like the sun. If you only believe it when you see it, you'll never make it through the night. And like, I've had that as like my Facebook quote since I walked out of The Last Jedi. Like that is just, that's been such a motivating quote for me because it has been very dark and it is hard to believe that the sun will come back again.
I actually have that quote on a sticker. I have it decorating my sewing machine because I sewed a lot of masks at the beginning of COVID, so I needed that nearby. It's really right next to my "In a Galaxy Far, Far Away, Someone Else Might Have Given a Fuck" Carrie Fisher quote. This
Oh,
was the
Carrie.
other one I needed. What about you?
My favorite quote. Honestly, it's just that moment when, in Rogue One, of course, when Bail is departing to go back to Alderaan and dispatch Leia, who is like the last hope for the rebellion, basically. His never-ending like faith in her and his ability to like know that like no matter what happens to him, like in that moment he knows that she's gonna make this happen and she's gonna get through for the rebellion. I think that's the best like form of hope is like you see these generational leaders like united, not just because they're father and daughter, but because like he trusts her. He knows she can save the galaxy.
That I feel like the first time I'm gonna watch that after Kenobi, it's gonna hit so hard.
It's gonna kill all of us a little.
Yeah.
And it's such a like sad moment too, because it's like, you know, I don't know, I was overwhelmed with a feeling of hope, even though I knew that like Bill would go home and like in 3 hours be crispy.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is not the first time someone's almost made me do a spit take today. Somebody earlier said, "Oh yeah, someone named Justina something donated to our fundraiser," and I might have spit out my cocktail.
Justina.
That was really cool.
There's been so much support, and people keep saying things, and I'm like, they're like, "Well, how are you feeling?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I haven't had a chance to process."
Well, what y'all put together is really, really impressive, and I think like, you know, Maggie can definitely speak to it when it's like when it comes to like seeing what the Star Wars fandom is capable of, like, you know, it's
awe-inspiring.
the first time.
Mhm.
So
It's
So good.
it's incredible. I remember I've been at work for the past 2 days, so I haven't been able to see a whole lot of what's going on. But like yesterday when I first kind of caught wind of what was happening, then I looked and I just kept seeing these updates and updates and updates, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, I don't know. It's been super cool. Like, cause I mean, we've had all the Kenobi hype and stuff like that. So that's kind of kept me pretty engaged in fandom, but it's like when there is, like, we love the fake and in space stuff, but when it comes to real life, sometimes we can all be very divided and it can be polarizing. But when shit hits the fan, like the good that can come from just a bunch of people united for a common cause has been it's incredible. Because we've seen this happen a little bit earlier with, I can't remember the fund for the trans community. I cannot remember what that was called. My bad.
The Amidala Initiative.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. The Amidala Initiative, and now this, and it's just like, holy crap.
Okay, I actually have a statement. Speaking of the Amidala Initiative, Ben has been so helpful with this as well. Very, very encouraging. And after facing personal tragedy as well, it's meant a lot that he's been willing to go through this with us. And they sent a statement for us, Ben did, and I'd like to read it for us. Okay. They did apologize about the length, but I said, don't worry, I usually write longer. I think one of the shortcomings that we fall into with fighting for our causes is forget how deeply tied we are to each other. Each pull of a thread affects us in the rich intersectional tapestry. Being conscious of that unavoidable truth reminds us to work together with more resolve. When Rachel reached out to me about what choice, I was absolutely honored to participate in the cause. The bodily autonomy of women is an absolute right, and those who seek to take away that right are doing so with the sole intent of returning women into a subservient role in some flaccid attempt of recreating a 50s sitcom world that never actually existed. We must also remember that this decision not only affects cis women, but our trans brothers and other non-binary siblings who are also at a disadvantage when it comes to reliable gender-affirming medical care. Additionally, denying access to abortions will disproportionately affect communities of color and those living in financial insecurity by a wide margin, as even access to basic health care is made more and more inaccessible. We know historically that nothing will stop the need for abortions. The upper class will always have access to the best treatment, while the rest of us are far more likely to take risks with less reliable avenues. People will die. Those pushing this agenda are aware of this and either don't care or consider it a positive side effect. This is not a battle we can afford to lose. We at the Amidala Initiative are proud to lend our support and platform to What Choice. The battle to protect trans youth will be directly tied into this fight, and we can't claim to aid them while ignoring this injustice. Everything is connected. We stand in solidarity with our sisters, our trans brothers, our non-binary siblings, and those in BIPOC communities that will be most effective. We also encourage people to remember smaller organizations and mutual aid groups on the front lines, as they are often the first responders in this fight. There are many ways to aid the cause. Follow your heart to yours. There are more of us. We are the spark. Byn McDonald on behalf of the Amidala Initiative.
Thank you, Ben. We love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's everything. We are also uplifting the Amidala Initiative as we do this because it is the same thing. Anyone who is not pretty much a cis white man has come under attack, and we need to support all these forms of care. And it's a good reminder, if you do need gender affirming services, many places, that's what Planned Parenthood provides as well. Not only abortion care and reproductive care, but gender affirming care and things like that. So please support your local services that provide them. They're all under attack, and it's all connected.
And this is just a personal thing, but for those of you who live in states where maybe you have trigger laws. In my case, I live in Tennessee, so in 30 days, abortion is going to become pretty much illegal for everything except for life-threatening emergencies. but the Planned Parenthood in my hometown burned down. It was an arson. And I wasn't able to get some treatment that I needed, but I still reached out to the Planned Parenthood, and they gave me resources to get to a local clinic that's privately funded that was able to help me. So if you don't have a Planned Parenthood in your area, still reach out to them, and hopefully somebody should be able to direct you to a gender affirming clinic that'll get you guys get anybody the help they may need or the medical treatment. So.
What Hannah said about arson actually brings up, I have like 4 fact sheets because I don't know if you've met me, but this is how I work. From 2019 to 2020, this is a list from the National Abortion Foundation, which is the charity we are raising money for. Death threats and threats of harm for staff at abortion clinics more than doubled, went from 92 incidents reported to over 200. Assaults and batteries, 24 were reported in 2019, 54 cases in 2020, 5 arsons in 2020, 80 counts of vandalism, hate email or internet harassment. There was almost 25,000 instances and over 3,400 harassing calls or hate mail. So part of what the National Abortion Foundation does and why we chose to support them is they offer resources to protect these clinics that are getting hit by these attacks. And it's happening as well. If you guys remember, a couple of years ago, Planned Parenthood was the target of a shooting in Colorado. Actually, one of the funds that the NAF runs is named after Dr. Tiller, who was shot while greeting people at his church because he was a doctor who performed later term abortions, which are for the life of the mother or when the fetus is incompatible with life. So all of that is connected, and people have been murdered providing these services. People who answer the phones at abortion clinics have been shot just trying to do their jobs. So that is important to remember as well, and we're donating to help them as well. So that's a lot. That's heavy. David, can we get an update to bring us back up maybe? What do we got?
Yep, so we're now sitting at $33,855.
That is a lot of money.
That's
a
lot of money.
Okay, and we can keep going. I remembered now what the rest of my raffle prizes were because I'm sometimes. I don't know about y'all. The past 36 or so hours has been really overwhelming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
It's been a lot.
I had so many plans. I had so many plans to be productive and a capable and full human being. So I just want to give you another set of kudos for being upright and physically and doing this fundraiser. This is something that I think everyone wants to take action on, but I think it's very important for all of us to make sure we're taking breaks and being good to our brains so that we can get up and fight harder the next day.
I took a nap yesterday and I woke up to David going, "We raised $10,000," and I'm like, "I napped for 20 minutes and stuff happened."
I told you that was going to happen. I was like, watch, when you wake up, you're going to have hit the second goal.
And then you're like, $10,000. We can do better than that.
Yeah. Also in our raffle prizes, Tarkin's Top Shelf has donated a new hardcover copy of Shadows of the Sith. A $25 donation gets you into a raffle for that as well. I have heard good things and that you're going to want to read this one, so you could get a nice new hardcover. Like I said, Laura donated copies of The Fallen Star and Into the Dark, both signed by Claudia Gray. When it is released in August, I believe, author Chris Kempshall will send a copy of The History and Politics of Star Wars. We got all of these prizes in our raffle. Just DM your receipt to the main What Choice 22 thing. And of course, people are offering their own. We are offering ours. Geeky Waffle has a giveaway. Many people are. There's all sorts of stuff you can get. People are doing commissions, which I would do commissions for you, but I don't think you want to do my artwork. What was your idea, David, about 5-second sketches of your favorite minor character? What was 5-second sketches of your favorite minor character?
Was that me?
That's adorable.
I don't know if that was me. I mean, great idea. I don't even remember saying that.
Great idea.
We were going to try, and I was going to say I was going to do 5-second, but I couldn't figure out StreamYard doesn't have a whiteboard, so I can't do bad Microsoft Paint sketches.
Got it.
I did say that I would watch the Star Wars Holiday Special with anyone who donated $100 thinking nobody would do it, and then 2 of my friends called my bluff and did it. So we're watching the Star Wars Holiday
And you
Special.
have to watch it sober. You cannot watch it drunk.
Yes.
I did not make that. I said if they donated.
Nope, we're making this criteria now. You have to watch it sober.
No.
You have to watch it.
Yep.
You cannot be on any sort of anything.
Oh no! Multiple people have said they're drinking while we're watching it, but it's
You're not though.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
no.
You can't.
Everyone else can drink.
Everyone
you have
else
to
I
be...
did not say sober. I believe I said if somebody gives me $500, I'll do it sober.
Oh no.
No,
No,
it's
for
not
calling
that
those
bar.
I think I said for $25, we're doing a group watch of Rogue One. So if anybody wants to get in that, and that's $25 to either Amidala or to what choice. And if you give $25 to both, we'll throw in a Skywalker movie too. Why? Because we can. Because
They
you
make the
know,
rules.
I
Well,
don't
Rachel makes
need-
the rules.
What?
I said Rachel makes the rules. That's why.
Rachel makes the rules.
I'm doing over on my Twitter I put up 2 posters from Star Wars Celebration, the High Republic poster as well as the Bad Batch poster are available for $5 and up, as long as they put their donation into the form.
Awesome.
So much, y'all. There's so many things going on. Every time I turn around, somebody else. With Geeky Waffle, they are giving away 2 signed copies of Brotherhood, I believe.
Signed and personalized.
Signed
Yes.
and
Mike
personalized.
Chen has gotten on that, and he is fantastic.
Yeah, he's great at personalizing. He's really good at it.
Yeah, because so many Star Wars authors have jumped on to support us, and we've all been just a little starstruck as people have been donating. It's been great. We're like, guys, we got a story group site. Our group chat for this is lit. It's just all of us screaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we got, and I don't know, what other Star Wars questions do we have for fun Star Wars things? I don't know, Maggie, put the F word in a PG-13 Star Wars movie.
God, I'm so bad at remembering direct lines, but I feel like one of the times that a character has said, like, I have a bad feeling about this, like, that feels like a good spot for it.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about you, Catrina? What do you think?
What is that one line when Rey overrides the something or another in the Millennium Falcon cockpit?
Oh, I bypassed the compressor.
I bypassed the fucking compressor.
Yes. That's the thing is, I'm like, oh my god, like really, and like I know they kept her cute and little British Daisy Ridley, but Rey grew up a scavenger. She's got to have a mouth.
Oh
Yeah.
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 People she had to deal with on a daily basis. Jeez. Like, I mean, what her boss like was a big jerk. I'm sure she cursed at him all the time.
Oh, see, that gives me a thought of where else you could put it in Force Awakens is when she meets a BB-8. She could be like, "That's just fucking Tito. He'll sell you for
Tito.
scraps."
Yes, absolutely.
I don't remember the context, but the other day I think I told somebody I'd been in this fight since I was 6 years old. I actually have not, but
They don't need to know that.
They don't. Yeah, they don't need to know that.
I mean, I was 17 when I walked my first picket line, so I mean, I've been like this my whole life, really.
Oh my god, yes.
The problem is that were you guys online during Book of Boba Fett? Twitter was trying to.
Yep.
Don't put that in the past tense. That's still very much a present issue.
Oh man, I still I love you all, but what the hell?
I Because every now and then I get on Twitter.
Hey, there is no kink shame here. But what the hell?
A lot of times I
Kristen
get
was
on
special.
Twitter. I get on Twitter and then I look at Twitter and I get off Twitter. I'm like, and not today.
Twitter is also probably trying as well.
Okay, I've just been texted that we need to number check. So can somebody number check for me, please?
34,023.
34,000.
Yay!
Woo! We love
Okay,
a milestone.
Like I said, every time we hit a good milestone, this is Snoopy. We present a puppy. This is Snoopy. Hi, buddy. No, I know you're asleep. You were asleep. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. This is Snoopy. He went as Dio last Halloween because he acts like Dio. You try to reach to pet him, and he goes, "No, thank you." Yes.
Is that a fucking bench?
I love love that dumbass.
I think Din Djarin has like a mute button on his helmet, so when he just needs to like scream and cuss, like we can't actually hear him.
Yeah.
So when he does that little head tilt, you just he's just screaming underneath the helmet.
I mean, I think that's very helpful to have as a parent.
Oh yeah.
I mean, as a single dad, that's like the best thing to have is just like a mute button so you can have your fit and then turn it back on. Kids don't.
Oh, man, imagine when Grogu threw up in the cockpit. He turned it and said, I gotta clean all this up.
I can just like imagine him like turning and then going like.
Earlier, I have shrieked into a pillow over this today. Ask Missy because I was at her house and screaming into her pillow, and she's like, "I have neighbors. I'm going to need you to void's empty." But yeah, yes, I feel like K2SO. I feel like Cassian took out whatever chip allows him to swear because he
was mouthing off all the time.
Yeah,
you don't need that. Mm-hmm. It's like, what's the droid in High Republic that the
Oh, is it the one that Elzar gave Stellan?
No,
No, that'd still be funny.
The little inventor girl reprograms.
Oh, the one who wants to murder everybody? Her nanny droid?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God, that was so funny.
I'm so bad at droid names, but so much.
I know who you're talking about. Although I think the one that Elzar gave Stellan, I wish he would have kept the swear chip in because that would have been really funny just to make Stellan all upset.
We don't talk like that on the Beacon. That's where Elzar said, "I go, don't listen."
Wait, which Jedi do you guys think say fuck?
Which Jedi? Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucker on his lightsaber. Like, I think he just like qualifies immediately. Like, who is the unexpected fuck person?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan in that accent too. Like you see, like on the talk show circuit when you see you and goes, "It's a fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi."
That's exactly why it's in my brain. Yes, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's so good.
I feel like at least once during the events of the Fallen Star, Stellan walked into his office, shut the door, screamed, "Fuck!" opens the door, and went back in control. He was just needed a moment.
You cannot tell me though that Ahsoka Tano being basically growing up around a bunch of clones that are just foul-mouthed soldiers did not pick up a bunch of swear words from them.
She probably went back and said something in front of Obi-Wan, and he's like, "Anakin, what did you teach her?" And he's just like, "Rex."
And would be the one teaching her the curse words in other languages.
Oh yeah. I feel like Luminara definitely anyone who had to deal with Anakin Skywalker on a regular basis has said the F word in a bad time.
Yeah.
Even Yoda.
Yeah.
Fucked up you did.
I love it.
I know Mace Windu actually said the word motherfucker all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody can convince me different.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we gotta give it to Qui-Gon at the end of Kenobi. You know, it fucking took you long enough. You know? That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Took you fucking long enough.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Amazing.
God.
That would have been amazing. Padme. She just I'm
Oh,
fucking
that
done with this shit.
This
I
is
feel
how
like
liberty
Padme would get really
dies.
creative. Like I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. I like she'd get creative.
I think Eli Vanto, especially after
Oh yeah.
Descendancy for as long as he does. Certainly, we'd have some cowboy curse words from him.
Heck yeah. His would be like the epitome of those southern euphemisms, like bless your heart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've learned so many, and I'm just like Eli Vanto would use all of these.
Yes.
Passive aggressive Southerner Eli Vanto.
Yes.
Oh, little Leia has definitely yelled.
Yes.
She picked up some words on her jaunt with Obi-Wan. And now she just uses the words randomly.
I have this idea that older Leia like has a potty mouth, but only in front of certain people, and it's probably the first time she swore in front of Poe Dameron. He's like, she knows that word, and then later she just waits and he shuts the door behind them, and she's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And he's like, "Yep." Mm-hmm.
And that's the moment he knew that he had fucked up.
Oh man.
I don't know. I don't know if Meg will stand for this Bo-Katan slander.
I'm staying silent on this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like for being the piratey Matthew McConaughey character, I don't think Leox Jossie would swear very much. He's too creative.
No, he's
No.
no.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. My other thing was I
was gonna say I think this is the most swearing we've done in an episode in a while. Probably since Hannah's been with us.
I know. See, I come back and all the swearing happens. I'm so
It's just what
happy.
happens.
This is my brand. This is my brand. I'm happy about it. Oh man. Kept it PG-13. Anytime Hannah comes on, just automatically just rated E for explicit.
I mean, if it helps, like I definitely like dropped 2 F-bombs on panels at Celebration. At, like both the panels where it's like, oh well. I guess we're here anyway.
That's just like, yeah, anytime I'm on the Geeky Waffle, I have to like put a little post-it note somewhere saying don't swear because candidates will get upset. It doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work anytime at all.
I'm trying.
I'm trying so hard. I'm sorry. I feel like I've disappointed somebody.
You know, some sentences just need a little bit of spice.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like the word fuck is just so creative. Like you can use it 5 different times in a sentence and it means 5 different things.
And it encompasses just so many different emotions.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, and honestly, with the week we've had between this decision and Miranda rights and everything else, I feel like we should schedule a time where all of those in America who are affected by this decision walk out the door and collectively scream.
What was it that I saw? Like we're all talking about like renewable energy and shit. I saw a tweet that said like, where is the thing that they have in Monster Inc. where I can convert my screams into energy? Because we could power a whole fucking city now at this point.
I know. I'm just like, no.
Scream right into it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hands
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Hands
Without
down.
a doubt.
Also, like, didn't somebody at one point look up Chopper's kill count and it's in the thousands?
I don't doubt it.
I've seen it a couple of times. I can't remember the number though.
I love that droid, but that droid scares me.
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah, bro.
It's a little murder droid.
He's a murder droid.
Okay, I'm gonna bring in. We've got one of our 9:00 guests. I think. Are we have people that need to leave at 9?
Yes, I have to leave because I have to work tomorrow, and I've been up since 4:30 because of work today. So
Well, it was good to see you, Hannah. I missed you.
it's good getting to see everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much who's donated. So proud. Keep it going.
Okay.
Thank you all so much.
I'm gonna
Love you.
put up. Love you too. Give you another video while we're transitioning guests on and off here.
Hey everyone, this is Eric Eilerson with Khetanna and the Living Force Podcast, voicing my unequivocal support for the What Choice campaign. blown away by this community consistently, but on such a dark weekend, it's so heartening to see so many people band together and help those who need it most. We are only just beginning. Thank you to everyone who's donating, everyone who is offering raffle items. I mean, rebellions are built on hope, and I have never been more hopeful in a dark time than right now. I love you all so much.
Well, welcome, Maddie from the Nightsisters Podcast.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Maddie.
Okay, so as people are coming on, we're asking, what is your hopeful or inspirational moment in Star Wars?
Oh my God. Wow. I wish I had prepared an answer. I think that I think my favorite hopeful moment is the end of Rebels, when you see Sabine just kind of looking out at the distance. It's a very solemn moment, but it's very filled with hope for the future, I feel like. And that's probably my favorite, but I feel like that's not a good answer, so maybe not, but but yeah.
I like it.
Here we go. Got another guest on here.
What's
Hello?
up, everybody?
Hi.
Hey.
Kiki. Okay. We're asking everybody as they come on, what is your inspirational moment in Star Wars? What moment makes you do the fist pump in the theater?
Well, it's a sticky question, right? Because if it's like political motivation, it's the moment where Padme is like, this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause. But if you're talking about like the moment that I was like, this is all that I ever wanted, or this is, I am rooting for the wrong side of the war. It's the moment where Darth Vader shows up in Rogue One and just goes crazy. And I was sitting there, I was like, I'm a little bit too excited about it. Darth Vader is unalive in the Rebels, and I'm like, Kiki, be quiet. Be quiet.
No, we're not supposed to be happy right now.
Every single minute, we're like, be quiet. That's wrong. You were wrong for that, Anakin. You're wrong for that.
That was not nice.
That was a bad thing to do.
Okay, we are at $34,213.
Yes.
And
oh my God.
I'm sorry, Arzu, if you're still watching, your dad is twitching. I know. One of our friends is like, my father wants to know why people aren't donating in round numbers. And I'm like, I think it's the exchange rate. But yes, I know.
I was really shocked. Like, I remember this started out yesterday morning at like what, $5,000, and I was like,
I thought we'd raise like $5,000 in like.
I was like, we'll make it to 5. We can get 5 out of this fandom.
Same.
And
Yeah.
now we're sitting here at like what, 30-some grand plus?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, it doesn't shock me. The Star Wars fandom, like, we've all been inside for 2 years. We haven't gone to cons. We haven't bought new cosplays, and we're like, I've got a couple.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we supposed to
A
stop?
couple dollars sitting around in my bank account that I was going to use for that con that I didn't go to in 2011 or 2021. Sorry. I'll send y'all $200. Here you go.
Yeah, I just keep spending my money on the fabric, but I never do anything with it. It's
Same here.
buying fabric and using fabric are two different hobbies.
Yeah.
I won't tell you which one I have.
I'm guilty of like buying zippers for projects I'm gonna do and then never
Yes.
completing it to the point where I need a zipper. So yeah.
I have so many bags from Joann's of like projects I've bought all the material for, and then like I
Mhm.
put it in a box or put it somewhere and then never actually did
Every
it.
time since COVID hit, basically.
My thing is when I sewed a lot of masks, but then I kind of trailed off because they became very commercially available, and also I was friggin' tired.
Yeah.
So I have some scraps left from that, but also it's just like I'd go in to buy stuff for masks, and I'm like, and I need that, and I need that, and I'm like, I need. Okay, David, you got an update?
I do have an update. We're now at $34,338.
Yes!
Wow.
Are you ready?
Let me throw this link here into a couple of Star Wars discords. I'm sorry.
Do it.
I have spent
Do it.
like the majority of my afternoon arguing with white people who didn't like the fact that I was being too abrupt with them.
Oh.
They're like,
okay, so on a regular basis, I ask why white people are the way they are, and I am the worst people. I am the white people.
Same.
I had too many white people who were like, I think the message is important, but you're being really mean. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Roe v. Wade got turned over on Friday. Did you need me to like go get you a cotton candy and a warm blankie to talk about the fact that y'all fucked up?
Nice is over. It's mean time. We're in the mean era now. I'm only here to be mean.
Okay, guys, ready?
What is Snoopy wearing?
My goodness.
What?
Oh, hello there.
Oh my God. God was more unenthusiastic about being Ben Kenobi than that. He's just like, I didn't want this.
In a way, he seems perfectly in character.
Actually, perfectly a Kenobi. I don't want to do this.
For those who haven't met him, this is my dog Snoopy. He is here to support rights for women and non-binary siblings, and also trans men, as long as trans men do not approach him or speak to him. He doesn't like men, but I've never met a dog that loves women more.
Oh my God. Icon.
He is here for the ladies.
Can I get him on Nightsisters, please? He seems perfect.
Love it. We took him to Pride a couple weeks ago in my hometown. We had our first Pride, town of 18,000 people. First Pride 2022. It was great. And I took him and he let all of these men pet him. And I'm like, what are you and what have you done to my dog? My dog is men. Like, there's a list of exceptions and it's 5 people long, tops. But he was letting everybody pet him. And I'm like, apparently it's just the straight cis men that he has a problem with.
It was a pride miracle for sure.
Pride miracle. Mine is just like
my goal this year is to get a pupper dog.
Yeah.
I really want to get like a pit. Initially, I was like, I'm gonna get like a corgi. I love corgis. And then people are like, hey, they're pit bulls that need homes, and I'm like, I could do a pit bull.
Pit bulls are my favorite. I love them
pit bulls so much.
I love pit bulls, but pit bulls have way too much muscle for me. I have Snoopy and his brother are elderly Chihuahuas, so they're half Chihuahua, half Dachshund. Like, okay, I went earlier. Those who weren't on earlier, I've had COVID, so today was the first day I've left my house in a week. And we went to an outdoor Pride brunch and got our brunch and had a nice. And my dogs they have a little stroller that you can zip them up into because I'm that white lady. But they sit in their stroller and just happily wait for somebody to give them part of the food or to give them some more water. You know, they might whine a little bit, but they'll just chill in their stroller all day. And somebody's like, look, they're just old men. They're just happy to be along for the ride. Listen, I'm good with it because I just take them pretty much every time I go to something that's outside. They come with me in their stroller. So they're real chill.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that.
Oh, but yeah, my friend Missy says Ottawa did not actually have Pride. It had the first annual Snoopy Appreciation Party. Because it did. And it was just Snoopy.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'll stop talking.
Oh, no, you're good. I was going to say, because there was a pet parade, and he won a best costume, so I'd hold him up while everybody clapped, and he's like, oh yes, I am, in fact, being crowned the goodest boy.
Oh, God. Snoopy won Kenobi.
And he just went back to sleep in his Jedi robe.
Naturally.
Perfect. Those things are good things.
Where's everybody calling in from? Is my question.
I live in Illinois.
I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida.
I am in Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah, Southern California.
Hey.
I'm in San Francisco.
Hey, I used to live in Cali. I miss it sometimes. Yeah. I lived in NorCal in San Fran, and I also lived in San Diego. So.
I lived in San Diego too. That's awesome.
I miss San Diego. Like, I'm not trying to start anything with anyone on the stream who's from San Francisco. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just saying.
No, I
San
prefer
Diego Mexican food was top tier up there. I'm just saying. I know I've started some shit, but I said
No.
what I said, and I'll go down.
As a Mexican in San Francisco, I miss San Diego a lot. So, yeah.
This
Hey,
is
guys,
the,
we have a
this
number
is the hill I shall die upon happily and get canceled upon, is saying that statement. All right, I said what I said. I'm out. I'm done.
What do we got, David?
So right now we are at $34,413. We are we're right around the corner from
Yep, we want to.
35.
Hopefully, we can we get 35 by the end of the stream? Can we get
Hopefully.
35 by the end of the stream?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
I bet we can. Share if you haven't. Everybody share with your friends. Tell them why we're supporting the National Abortion Foundation. I actually, again, have fact sheets. If anybody was wondering, 1 in 4 women in the U.S. will get an abortion by age 45. 62% say they're religious. 59% of those who get abortions already have children. And 45% are married or living with their partner. So it's not what people think of. It's young single women. Those are your statistics.
Wow.
Yeah. I like statistics. They make my life better.
I think that I personally have never had to get an abortion, but I know people who've had to get an abortion. And I think almost everybody knows somebody who's had to get an abortion. Whether or not they want to admit it is another conversation within itself. But it's like, abortion is healthcare. And I've been on so many, I've been on the internet too long, but people will try to rationalize it as being like, but what if this scenario? What if that scenario? I'm like, it doesn't matter what the scenario is. Somebody needing an abortion. If you try to dictate what is the morally correct moment to have an abortion, we're back to square one. Mm-hmm. Somebody needed an abortion. That's just what this conversation is.
Mm-hmm.
And women and everybody who can get pregnant shouldn't have to tell you their sob story in order to justify their health care.
Right.
If I need, my arm set or something, I don't have to go in and be like, oh no, it wasn't my fault. I wasn't doing anything stupid. No, if I have a broken arm, I can literally be like, yo, I thought I could jump on the trampoline.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the answer is not adoption. Like a lot of people keep using that as people want an abortion because they don't want to have a child. They don't want to give birth. They don't want to go through that. It doesn't make sense.
So fun story. I'm an adoptee. I'm a Black person who was adopted by a white family. And so when people are like, but adoption, I'm like, do you realize how wild the adoption network or whatever is?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
BIPOC children are cheaper than white children for a reason. And people do not adopt BIPOC children at the same rate as they do white children. Because a lot of people who are like, oh, we're waiting to adopt, you're waiting for a white, able-bodied baby. You didn't, there's a bunch of BIPOC children who need families, but you casually I don't know if they're going to be a good fit. You want a white baby that you can easily pull into and match into your family, that no one will ever question their presence.
And even if people are transracial adoptees, I have some people in my family, there's a lot of stuff that comes with being raised in a community that's not your own. And I've talked to the people in my family about it who are transracial adoptees, and it's not super easy.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of conversations that you have to navigate that, my mother who raised me is white. She's disabled though. But, she had to navigate conversations about there might be people who who treat you a little differently because you're Black. And me being like, no, they wouldn't do that. They're my friends. And she's like, your friends might treat you equally because they're your friends, but their parents might say things, and you need to be ready for what their parents might say. And if their parents say this thing or these kind of things, you need to come and tell me that their parents said that,
And there's people who do it for insincere reasons as well, who want that white savior complex. I know a few people who have adopted children for that purpose, so that they get those applauds and those pats on the back, and they're Christian settings, and it is horrifying. And they're all so happy that now they're going to have more children that they can find to adopt. And it's like, that is not the appropriate response to other people's like trauma, bodily trauma.
This doesn't even like touch on the fact that like the American adoption system is like extremely corrupt and like
predatory.
It's very easy for an adoption process to turn into like trafficking. And you know, why would we want to put any child through that for any reason?
Yeah.
Well, and you know, it's a tragic thing because it's like there are people who get into adoption who are well-meaning, good people. They want a child in their family to love and to help and to blah, 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 right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They want to do the right thing. But depending which agency they work with, they might not get prepared for what child is being brought into their home. And they might not be ready for the things that they should have had laid out, for the conversations they should have been prepared for the medical access they should have been prepared for. And so it's just, our system is a mess. And I mean, like, aside from the fact that there are people who have the white savior complex and they're doing this for the wrong reasons, I do believe there are people who are doing it for the right reasons.
100%.
But they're not ready for what they're getting, and they are blindsided, and then they sometimes default back to their whiteness, their privilege, and whether or not they realize what they're doing, they might weaponize that and hurt the child. And I'm like, adoption could be a fantastic, healthy, good thing. Adoption could also be a massively unhealthy, dangerous. It depends on so many factors that you cannot just line it up perfectly and be like, oh, well, here's the perfect way to adopt. Well, no, there's multiple factors that go into it.
And adoption is an answer to not wanting to parent. It's not an answer to not wanting to be pregnant.
To give birth. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
It
doesn't solve that problem, which is one of the bigger problems, is the trauma of childbirth. Like, a lot of people just don't want to go through that, and they shouldn't have to.
Or like we had my friend Missy on earlier, who is a disability activist, or who it could, it could seriously damage their health to be forced to carry a child and give birth. And people don't, think about that there are women who but how much of it, because people will say, oh, well, if the life of the mother is seriously at risk, but how much is seriously and how much is just, going through this pregnancy could make your life worse. How many women, my mom likes to joke that she's like, no, for the record, I was not like this before I had 3 children. There was difference in all the stuff that happens to your body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My mom got super severe postpartum after me for a very long time. And I think that's my biggest fear, is that my mental health is already not the best. So even if I had a child and I didn't want to be a parent and I gave the child up, I would probably have to deal with severe postpartum depression and anxiety and stuff I'm already struggling with. Why would I want to make it 10 times worse? And there's people that would have it even worse than someone like I would. So no, adoption doesn't solve any of that. It's just a stupid argument.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. What makes me chuckle is like, bring this back to Star Wars, right? Is that I'm like, do y'all realize that Star Wars is literally based on this entire premise of finding the correct adoptive family to take care of a child? And so growing up, I was adopted by a white family, as I said. And I connected very heavily with Luke Skywalker. Like, the idea of you don't know who your family is. You were adopted and raised by these people who are technically not your biological family, but they raised you and they loved you and they treated you as your own. And then you get connected with your biological family and you're like, oh my God, holy crap, what is this mess? And luckily, my birth father didn't join like the space fascists, but I'd like cut off my hand. But at the same time, I'm like, y'all are not making these connections to real life things. Like, we're talking right now about abortion access and abortion rights, and y'all are not understanding how important these conversations are and how they connect to the Star Wars universe.
Padme literally died in childbirth.
I was waiting to say that. I just went and watched Revenge of the Sith last night in theaters, and the whole time, all I could think about was their biggest fear is Padme dying in childbirth. If they had gotten rid of this pregnancy, Revenge of the Sith wouldn't have happened. Like, Anakin wouldn't have turned to the dark side. Padme would have lived. It's crazy to me. The whole time I was sitting in the theater watching this, like, terrible, horrifying pregnancy and like what we know is going to happen to her because of carrying these children. The whole time I was like, well, damn, if she'd had an abortion, then none of this would have happened. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
my favorite, mentioning the series that shall not be named because the author is crappy now, but somebody had to sign a pro-life protest, and they're like, if Lily Potter had an abortion, who would have been the chosen one? And somebody goes, oh my god, it would have been Neville Longbottom. Read the book, there was another one. God.
Like right there in the book.
Is it little in did we do the required reading? I feel like we did not do the required reading. Okay, to bring it to Star Wars, somebody asked, which Star Wars character would be most likely to attend a pro-choice or women's rights protest? I think most of Kanan, outside of the female characters, Kanan drinks the Respect Women juice.
that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Chopper would fuck shit up though at
Chopper would not be a protest droid. Chopper is like taking down a crisis pregnancy center.
Chopper would blow up a building and have like a little gun going up, like,
Oh my God.
He's going in.
Chopper would be the world's best, the escorts, because anti-choice people are terrible, and
yeah.
But yeah, no, Chopper would be one of those escorts that escorts
Chopper
the
is the anarchist,
and he'd just like have a cattle
He's
prod.
just like, we're going in. I don't care. We're doing it. Like, Chopper, pause, man. Breathe.
I think Poe does drink the Respect Women juice because
anybody, not in the last
anybody.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! You're right.
I missed something.
Oh,
Maddie's just dropping some truth bombs.
Poe Dameron is the love of my life, but I made a joke that he does not drink Respect Women juice in The Last Jedi at all.
Oh no! I just mean like when he was more towards the end of his arc.
Oh yeah,
I feel like Last Jedi, Homeboy had a little stress. He was a little stressed.
Yeah, he was trying to do what was best for everybody. I see him. I also feel like this is everyone's answer, but I feel like Obi-Wan loves
I was gonna say Obi-Wan,
especially after Padme died. Somebody would have been like, well, wouldn't your mother want to give her life for her children? And Obi-Wan would have picked him up by the front of his shirt and been like, you want to talk?
Yeah,
just want to talk. Yeah. Oh, best answer.
Chewie, yeah.
Chewie.
Oh, Chewie.
Speaking of Star Wars characters that would be clinic escorts.
Yes.
Chewbacca.
You know what makes me laugh is like the continuous idea, like, or the meme. It was like Star Wars is like a man and his dog, and Han is the dog to Chewie.
100%.
Chewie is the only adult in the original trilogy who was just like, these kids about to get themselves murdered. Oh my lord!
And then he does it for the sequel trilogy.
Energy to deal with these kids.
For the sequel trilogy, Chewbacca's just like, oh my god, like
it's
I
happening
feel like
again.
I think that's R2-D2. The entire original trilogy is like, oh, I feel like this has happened before. Oh yeah, it was this dumbass's dad that did this the first time.
I was on a live last night. We were fundraising for this, and it was fun. But we talked about how R2-D2 saved the galaxy. Nothing would have been. No one would have survived without R2. Everybody would be dead. There would be no Star Wars without R2-D2.
My
I'm
friend
like, yeah,
Missy.
he is the main character of Star Wars. Deep down, he's the hidden main character.
Someone in
friend
chat
Missy-
said bail, and they're right. Sorry, continue.
100%, yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say, my friend Missy, you know how everybody says you have a drunk dissertation? My friend Missy says R2 was really the hero of Star Wars.
He's the only person. He kept the Skywalkers alive countless times.
Oh,
He
God.
saved the Skywalkers from themselves.
We
Agreed.
have Din Djarin and the Mandalorians are pro-choice, and Din and Boba would be clinic escorts because I feel like they would. And it would not actually be because Fennec threatened them, but if they needed a little push, she would have been like, and they would have been. They're
Listen.
terrified. This is my headcanon. They're both absolutely terrified of that woman.
I don't know how many of y'all have ever been on my TikTok because I'm out of pocket there.
I adore you on TikTok. I just want to say, I feel like
Thank
I'm in the room.
I'm
with
out of
this person.
pocket and I need I need to calm down. Like, but I talk about Din Djarin and I'm like, Din Djarin would like send the whistling birds or whatever after somebody who is like, you need to keep your legs closed, and Din Djarin would be like, you know what? That would just make you disappear. Fett would be like, you know what? You don't even need to be here anymore. You're irrelevant. Din Djarin gonna make you run, but Fett would be like, you can just disappear.
I'm so sorry if you can hear the screaming in the house I'm in, by the way.
Oh, you're good.
Can't hear.
You're fine. Broken.
There's
Yes.
a pride
Yes.
celebration happening.
Broken is my newest favorite character. I'm not
I
going to
love
lie. As soon as he said, I'm not getting started, I started crying.
I love it.
Okay, David, you said we had an update.
So we have an update. We're at $34,508. So
Wow.
We are so
less than,
close.
less than 500 to 35.
500
Almost there.
away.
Okay.
So
I'm
close.
sorry, is it time for another dog in a costume? It might be time for another dog in a costume.
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder.
Represented on cue. He was like a dog in a costume. What are you gonna put me in?
Yes, I know I'm ruining your nap. It's okay. We're not going to put the thing on because my dog in his Vader helmet does not actually look like Darth Vader. He looks like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Yes.
He's not enjoying that today. It is very funny though. Okay, ready? So we had Obi-Wan.
Oh, the Darth Vader
Darth
costume.
boots.
See, now that is what I would take the dog to in a con. Like, you're going as Darth Vader, Darth Pupper or something.
Are you Darth Bootser? Are
He's
you
an
Darth-
icon.
Mom, please let me go back to sleep.
Oh,
Oh, where's your helmet, baby?
he's a helmet.
It's okay, go back to bed. Oh yes, I know, baby. Yeah, my friend sent me those because she's like, I'm sorry, I forgot to send it before Halloween. And I'm like, no, I have the perfect event for them to be used. And now my dog's just chilling on my couch in a Darth Vader outfit. He's great.
I want to do a Padme cosplay, like her like villa garment. That's I don't know how to explain it, y'all. Like, it's like
The one that's like up here.
it looks like sorbet.
The lake dress?
Oh, the lake dress.
There we go. There's the correct term, the lake dress.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
thinking
you.
about doing that.
I love that dress. And I keep wanting to buy when the Her Universe does the shortened Star Wars dresses, like so they're for casual.
Yes.
I'm 5'10". My butt would be on display.
I'm 5'9", and most of those dresses from Her Universe are just not
Yeah.
doable for me.
Same.
I'm gonna
I
do
do
it.
have
I'm
to
5'3".
get
It might work for my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want the meadow dress that they made, the little mini meadow dress, but I know it's
Yes.
just going to be a long shirt on me. So.
I mean, maybe if we got some nice leggings, but I feel like maybe I don't
Fair
know.
Yeah.
I want the Bespin one. The Bespin one is the one.
Yeah.
But have you guys? I have the Jyn Erso coat from that I wear all the time because I'm a dork.
So when I was a little girl, so the Phantom Menace came out. I was at the perfect age to hit the Phantom Menace when it was released. I was about 8 or 9. And I was absolutely in love with like Queen Amidala. I was like, holy crap, it's a woman doing woman crazy, like fighting the power. I'm down with it. 8, 9 years old. And for Halloween, I was Queen Amidala. And my dad, I remember he painted my face white, and I got like the little like lip stuff in the face. And I was like going trick-or-treating. I was getting like the king-size Snicker bars. I was owning these homes. I was like, all right, dump it. Pay up. Like, I was killing it with the trick-or-treat. But now that I'm like 32, I'm like, man, I want to do a Queen Amidala cosplay, like the full, like the red garment and everything.
Oh yeah.
But trying to find that has been like, it's like insane. Like nobody sells it. Of course, you have to make it, which is fair. Like you have to make it. I understand it. I get it. But I'm like, I got no sewing skills. Somebody please help me.
When I was 8 or 9, Revenge of the Sith came out, and I told my parents I wanted to be a bride for Halloween, and they were like, that's weird, but okay. And they got me a bride costume. What they didn't know is I made my foster sister officiate a wedding with the Darth Vader helmet that I own. So
What? So what you're telling us is that you are legally married to Darth Vader.
Married. Yeah. Shout out Sierra. She officiated the wedding. It was a vibe for sure. So.
I love that.
Okay, I think we got some people headed out. Anybody who needs to head out, thank you so much for coming. I know Meg's got to run. And
Thanks for having me.
It was good to be here. Thank you.
You guys are great. Thank you so much for your support. And we'll introduce our new
Thank
people
you,
when I can
guys.
see everybody.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello. We've got our 3 new people. Oh, I was supposed to show a video. I was trying to switch people while we were doing everything.
Let's watch a video. Let's
watch
do
a
it.
video.
Ready?
Videos, yes.
Hi, Rachel and followers of the Force. It's Chase, aka That Gay Jedi, and I just wanted to send a video message because I won't be able to be at the live stream tonight, but I just want to say thank you for everything you're doing, and thank you to every single person who has spread the GoFundMe, who has spread awareness about how the fandom is choosing to engage with what's going on. And I just wanted to thank everyone who's like donated money and everything like that. Literally being a part of the Star Wars fandom and the amount of like civil engagement and protesting to terrible things going on in the world, specifically our country, against queer people, trans people, against women, against people who are able to be pregnant. I just wanted to like pop in and say thank you, because that's what Star Wars is all about, and that's what being a Star Wars fan is all about. And I don't know, all I can say is we are the spark that will light the fire, and I love everyone so much. Thank you so much for everything you all are doing, and I'll see you on the front lines.
I love him.
I love him.
I interviewed him this morning, and it was the most fun I've ever had. It was so awesome.
He also looks better than I will ever look in every single outfit that he wears.
Right.
I also have curly hair, and I
One of the best looking people I've ever seen in my life. I met him at Celebration. I was like, I can't stand next to you. I feel ugly. Thank you so much for that.
Well,
Anyway.
welcome to everybody who's coming in for our last half hour or so. I feel like we're going to run over, but we're going to try not to, because it's going to be late for
Probably.
everybody. You know, it's we don't shut up easily. But thank you, Sarah and Arzu and Lacey, for coming in. We have to ask it. We've been asking everybody as they come in, what is your inspirational Star Wars moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I gave some people questions ahead of time and some not. It's fine.
No, I'm
thanks-
just
thanks for
laughing
the
because
help.
it's like really hard to like be hopeful right now, not to be like that Debbie Downer. I'm in
No,
a weird
I
I'm in a
feel it.
weird mood. Like, this is not me, but it's like it is me at the same time because I'm just so angry. Hopeful. Probably right now, currently, just with like current shows like Kenobi, the whole Tala situation is super hopeful to me. Someone that could have been in the wrong from the get-go, but then decided to do the right thing. I think there are currently a lot of people that have maybe one viewpoint that could change once they take some time to hear the other side. And I think that's something that's super important right now with everyone, is to take a second before you speak or act and just recognize that like everything has ramifications and waves that are caught, like affect people farther than yourself. And yeah, it's been a tough couple of days, not gonna lie.
It has. It really has. Sarah, what about you?
Yeah, I really want to echo what you said, Lacey. I think it's the idea that I talk about this a lot when it comes to things I love about Star Wars most, and it's when we can tackle big ideas in our world through a fictional lens and think about them complexly. And for me, this is Kenobi spoilers, but such is life. There are two for me. One of them is the end of Resistance. That big hug when Tam is welcome. Kenobi spoilers and Resistance spoilers. Okay, when Tam is welcome back to the Colossus crew, and Niku gives everybody a big hug. There's such compassion and hope in that action, and just love for others that I really appreciate. And again, with the Reva storyline. I probably watched that 40 times, like not a joke. Scenes like that really give me hope for humanity, and really give me hope that we can imagine each other complexly. And yeah, also roast Tico broadly, saving what you love. That's my other thing.
What about you, Arceo?
Okay, so I've had a second to think about this. I'm going to go in a book direction. I'm going to go to the High Republic.
No, not you.
Me? I know. It's shocking.
I was guaranteed that she would bring the chaos and possibly be on her bullshit.
It was either going to be that or Kenobi, and since Kenobi was covered, it's got to go the other way.
High Republic. I was this close to wearing my Marchion Ho shirt, and I'm like, it's not the vibe tonight. But just know that I did think about it. So the bit towards the end of the Rising Storm, after Elzar has kind of touched the dark and realizes he's gone too far, and he goes to Stellan and he goes, I need help. And Stellan's just like, yes, I have you. That to me is like, I think all of us over the last couple of days, the last few years have kind of hit that point of just utter dark and we don't see a way out. And we've all had somebody or been the somebody to say, yes, I will help you. Yes, I am here. And we don't go through it alone. So that is a moment of inspiration and of hope for me.
Mm-hmm. Totally get that. Oh, I needed to introduce you to your boy Kenobi.
He's so cute.
It's like, Mom, why?
Like,
Can
why?
I please? Yeah,
he's giving Echo vibes right now. He's like, I was just minding my own. Echo's my pet gerbil, for those who don't know. It's just like I was here, I was vibing, I was minding my own business, and now my mom is showing me off to everybody.
It's fine.
That's what my pupper Echo thinks whenever my other pupper Kilo just decides that he wants to play. And Echo's like, no. It's sleep time. Please, for the love of God, give me 10 minutes. And Kilo's like, no, absolutely not.
I mean, Snoopy is 11 and Boots, the one I had dressed up as Vader a couple of minutes ago, is 12. So they're both just like, I'm pretty chill. Mom can put an outfit on. I had Snoopy at a Pride festival dressed as Elton John. And he's just like, whatever. He was standing at the edge of his shoulder like, hello, everybody's telling me I'm cute, and I am. And I'm like, thank you.
I haven't seen pictures of this, and I feel like this oversight should be corrected.
I will send you pictures of this.
Thank you.
We have an update on the number as of a few minutes ago, and it's 34,543. Arzu, we're supposed to not tell your father.
No, we're not telling him about the 3. It's going to stress him out.
It's my sister in her car stereo. She's like, it needs to be on an even number or a prime number. And I'm like, why a prime number? She goes, because I like the chaos. I'm like, oh.
I can't get out of bed if my clock isn't at an even number. Fun fact, I can't and won't do it. It has to be completely even or it's not happening.
I appreciate that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
fun Star Wars thing. What Star Wars headcanons do you have about Star Wars characters' quirks like that? Because I feel like there's a bunch of really quirky people and so many possible quirks. I feel like a number not being ending in the 5 or the 0 would drive Obi-Wan nuts. And I feel like Anakin Skywalker doesn't care. And he's just like, oh yeah, I threw $3 in the pot. And Obi-Wan's just like, twitch.
I feel like
Oh, sorry.
go
No,
ahead.
you go.
I was gonna say, I feel no. My God, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
No,
Fine.
I believe that Kira picks her nail polish. She has black nail polish, but I feel like she can't let it be perfect, you know? That's my belief. I don't know. I've always felt like that since Solo came out. That's a weird quirk that I believe in for Star Wars.
I could see that. She seems like she's a person who's on the surface very calm, but has a lot of nervous
But she has
energy.
to be doing something. Exactly. That is exactly why I
That's
think
how I
it.
get
Yeah.
I don't know, David. What do you got?
Man, I'm stumped.
I thought you froze.
No. No. You know, I guess just because I'm wearing the costume, I'll say Ben Solo would try to... I think he tries to find a reason to not wear a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
the Lego
whatever.
special.
And we thank
Yeah.
you for it.
I'm gonna take it further. I think he has an issue with textured fabrics being on him, and the moment it can be off of him, it's gone. I think that he hates specific, and he wears such an itchy costume. I feel like
You know,
that's why
wearing
the
this,
shirt
I
has to be
concur.
off.
I concur.
Yeah.
'Cause
Cut
I'm
the
burning.
tags off too.
Avar, where she hears everybody in the Force is assault. I'm like, there's got to be a moment that woman's like, I've heard too many noises today, and now I am a bitch. It's me when I'm like, I'm sorry that like something is touching. We're pretty sure I'm on the autism spectrum, so something is touching me, and too many people talk to me, and then I could hear the light buzzing, and I'm just mean now.
Sensory overload to the max. I'm just giving the characters personally my ADHD traits, so I'm like, yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yoda would talk, and C-3PO would short circuit, just like me.
I think that Wreath Silas is very specific about the kinds of socks that he wears.
Yes.
Love that.
That's
And if the seam is wrong, it ruins his whole day.
Yeah, like I think and this is me citing my I very specific about my socks. Yeah, no, I think I don't think he's a sandals person. I think he's like gotta have a good pair of socks.
What Star Wars character is the socks with Birkenstocks guy? Because there's got to be one, and I think it might be Cormac.
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah. And it drives Obi-Wan up the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon. Have y'all? I'm sorry. Have we introduced you to Hot Qui-Gon?
Oh yeah, dude.
I've seen pictures
Look
of Hot
at
Qui-Gon.
him. Look at
Open
him.
chest.
I also think like Rey would do it, but then Kylo would hate it and get very mad that she's doing it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She's feral and she would wear socks with Birkenstocks. There's just something about it.
He doesn't do things at fives. That's not how. I mean, no. I mean, she was abandoned at like what 5, 6. Nobody taught her how to tally marks right. Just did it on her own.
She likes the chaos of having to recount every so often.
I feel like Rey is a lot because everybody thinks she's this sweet little thing. She's really a lot more chaotic and vicious than anybody thinks. She's just like, and she's like a little gremlin. And then Finn and Poe are probably like I have this thing that Rey secretly has a gigantic potty mouth that everybody thinks, oh, it's the sweet little 19-year-old from the desert, and then she drops like 4 F-bombs in a row.
She almost fought someone in like the first 2 seconds of the movie. She almost like knifed Tito. So yeah, I can see
And
that.
everybody's like, oh, she's so sweet, and I'm like,
And then she
She's
fought
got a
people.
sweet smile, but
Yeah.
she will take your eyes right out.
Yeah, she has a potty mouth for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
David, did we have an update? Sorry.
We do have an update. We're now at $34,728.
Oh my god.
Get us to 35,000 before we wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That'll be the new threat. Don't get us to 30. If you don't get us to 35,000, we'll keep talking.
But,
keep talking.
But we need it. We need it 35 even.
Yes.
Not 3501.
If we go
35.
over, we're gonna have to go to 40, guys. If we go over, we
Oh
have
my
to-
god.
I mean, we're gonna shoot for 40 anyway, but just if we go over, we're gonna have it's gonna happen.
I can offer a small incentive if the people are interested.
Yes, ma'am. What do you got for
Do it.
us?
I will give you a book recommendation. If you donate $5 to either What Choice or the Amidala Initiative, I will give you a book recommendation. I read a lot of Star Wars, but I'm also a bookseller in my day-to-day job. I love books. you can find more information at SCH221 on Twitter to DM me a receipt or whatever. But like, you'll give me your Goodreads. I will spend the time to go through your Goodreads and make sure I'm not giving you something you gave 1 star. So that's my little thing. I love
Laura's
that.
got good taste too. I can vouch for that. So, take her up on
Arsley,
it.
do you want to talk about the Geeky Waffle giveaway real quick for us?
Yeah, so we actually have a bunch of stuff. It's kind of grown since this morning. So our big giveaway, which we're doing later this week, is we have 2 signed, personalized copies of Brotherhood that Mike Chen has offered. So that is our grand prize for 2 winners. We have some smaller runner-up prizes, no less exciting. We have a High Republic button/sticker pack. It's all Celebration swag. We have it's all right here. We have a Leia Celebration Funko Pop, which I don't have with me. Not Celebration, it's a different convention. A convention exclusive Leia Funko Pop. We have the Target edition of the Rising Storm. Disclosure, it is without the poster because the poster is over my desk. And then we have the Eye of the Storm comics, both of them, bagged, boarded, and unread. So mint condition if that matters to you. So all of those are the run-up. We may have something else by Friday. We may not, but I'd say that's good incentive as is. So yeah, so that is all at the Geeky Waffle. That's for $25. We have a Google Doc on the Geeky Waffle Twitter, which is geeky_waffle. You make your $30 donation to What Choice, and you just upload your donation receipt to be entered into the raffle.
And Lacey, you have multiple prize packs now, did I see? I was seeing lots of prize packs.
Yes.
I've been seeing lots of stuff.
Yes. So I started with an Elite Series Vader from the Disney Store, an Anakin Skywalker, the Phantom Menace watch. It's like a pod racing watch. It's super sick. And then a R2-D2 statue from Celebration. I believe it was the last Europe Celebration. So it was Celebration, or it was Celebration 5, one of the celebrations. So it started with that. And then it's grown. So I kind of made little mini goals for people as I was going through the day and was like, hey, if we reach here, I'll add something. So I added a Return of the Jedi Burger King cup, which a couple people have messaged me and said it's super rare. So I don't know if I should have given away, but I am. And then Steve from Black Series Rebels added a rare, never worn Solo A Star Wars Story ILM visual effects jacket. And then we also got a race standee. Then we also got a Death Star Trench Run Lego set and a signed version of Chewbacca and the Forest of Fear from Thomas Sholin. And then Black Series Rebels also added another pin pack to there. So originally it was one big prize pack if you donated $25 and then sent a receipt on a Google form. I might split it up a little bit, guys, because it's like a lot for one person. So I want more people to get stuff than like one big thing. So I'm going to be honest, I might split it up like tomorrow. But the first prize pack will be the biggest. And then I started a second prize pack, which was a Leia Elite Series figure, a really cool like vintage retro fanny pack that lights up with Luke Skywalker with his X-Wing, and then a Yoda statue from Celebration as well, which is like, they're all numbered and they have certificates and they're really, really cool. But I want to thank you guys for letting me be a part of this because it means a lot to me, because when this stuff happened, I felt super helpless. And like, it was one of those things like, what do I do now? And it was a very terrible feeling that if anybody's ever felt this way, I feel for you, because it literally, I was just sitting at my desk like, how did we get to this point? So the only way to make things better for me, at least, is to help other people. So I thank you guys for doing this. I thank you for letting me be a part of it, because it's made the last 3 days more bearable, because I knew I was working towards something instead of just crying. So
Feel that.
Yeah. So thank you.
It's been a lot, and that's honestly, Star Wars has helped me get through everything since 2016.
100%.
I didn't know how much I needed Rogue One in December of 2016 when it came out, but I did, and it's gotten me through everything that's happened since then. And that's kind of the thing is, sometime I should put the collage together of every time I've carried a Star Wars sign at a protest, because there's a theme.
I'd love to see it. Absolutely. And on a personal level, I had a baby back in November. She was my first. She's lovely. It was by choice that I had the baby.
That being said, I would never make someone have a baby that didn't want one. It was the most traumatic experience I've ever been in. And that was something that was somewhat successful. There were really chaotic moments and traumatic things that I went through. And I don't regret it, obviously. I care about my daughter immensely. But I would never, ever wish that on someone that didn't want it. It was absolutely miserable, not just from the moment of going through the actual labor and everything, but it was the months after were even worse. Like the mental toll it takes on you and physically and everything about, like, you don't feel like yourself for about 3 months. And I think that's what's riling me up so much, is because they're now telling people they have to go through that. I went through that as a choice, and I still wouldn't wish it on anybody. So the fact that they're making people go through that and potentially children go through that is unreal. And I don't know how anyone can respond to me on Twitter or tell me to my face that you're okay with that choice, that you're okay with someone to go through that. And I think that's why I'm getting so angry and upset, is because I'm like, you don't even know. You have no idea. You have no idea what people go through, especially women that go through these things, and how miserable it is. Like, obviously you care for your child and you want the child and you want to grow up with the child. But yeah, I couldn't imagine putting someone through that. And I hope that this works out and gets better. But I appreciate this campaign so much. Thank you guys so much for doing this, because it allows me to focus on the positives and not kind of melt into this state of like helplessness. Not to bring the whole stream down.
No,
but
it was well said. Well said.
I do not want children. I've made the choice to not have children.
And that's your right. That's the thing. That is your right.
Kids, but people say, well, then just, get a tubal or something. Do you know how hard it is?
Yeah.
As if you don't want like people are like, no, you'll change your mind. And I'm like, pretty sure.
Are you kidding? After you've had one, and first of all, I've had one and I'm like, I think I'm good. People are immediately like, so when's the next one? I was like, I literally almost just died and you already want me to have another one? Like, no. Like, people are insane. People are crazy. So I feel for you.
A stranger. I'm still not sure what this one is.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
Sorry, David, you said we had an update.
We do have an update. Right now we're at $34,848. So $152
so close.
Till 35.
If somebody wants to donate 100, donate 152 exactly to give my father peace of mind. Please.
Just let the man sleep.
Just for a minute, and I can tell him that it stopped at the 0 and that we're only doing 5s and 10s from there, and he doesn't need to know.
I mean, we appreciate anything, and I'm sure it's exchange rate, but it's currently just cracking me up just watching everyone's left eyeball twitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm trying to think of what's Star Wars thing to bring us up to finish off strong, because we can't leave it on a downer.
Don't leave it on Lacey. So, favorite Star Wars music. I'd probably go with.
Okay, does anybody else have a Star Wars ringtone? Because I do.
I have R2D2 being Kurt is my text tone, and then Ray is my phone tone.
I love that.
Nice.
My phone tone right now is Ray's theme, but it switches between Ray's theme, Leia's theme, and then it's the track is called Confrontation on Edu, but it's Jyn Erso's theme.
I love that.
And then my text tone is BB-8 chattering, unless Missy texts me, in which case it's R2D2 screaming.
I don't have ringtones on my phone. It doesn't make any sound ever. But my favorite song is probably Lando's Closet from Solo.
So nice.
Yeah, it means the world to me.
Indiana Jones vibe, like that old romantic.
Yeah, it's some of the best work. In my opinion, I just adore that one. So,
I have a new favorite. Oh,
we didn't think you could make
it. Hey, girl. Hey, it's me. Hey girl, hey, it's me, Maria. I did not think I was gonna make it. I'm like, if we get close to time, can I run upstairs and do something? He's like, yeah, we'll see if we make it in time. And he's like got a lead foot, so we actually made it home really quickly.
Same.
So who are we talking about? Because I hate that bitch too.
We're talking favorite music, favorite Star Wars music.
Oh, okay. Sure. Not entirely what I was expecting to talk about, but yes. Are you asking, or what was
Well, we're all just sharing our favorites.
What was already shared?
I said Ray's theme is a big one for me, and Jyn Erso's theme. I love Michael Giacchino, and his score for Rogue One is gorgeous. And I literally went to Jurassic World Dominion to watch dinosaurs fight to Michael Giacchino music.
Wow.
I respect that.
I mean, I
He
love
did the
dinosaurs
Batman too, right?
He did the Batman, and
Yeah.
he's so good. And he's doing Thor: Love and Thunder, which Natalie Portman's biceps and Michael Giacchino music for 2 hours. I'm not making out alive, guys. It was
Somebody's got to check on Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess no, go ahead.
I just saw an update.
Yeah.
Do we need an update?
Yes, we are at 34,952.
Oh my God! Somebody
We could
somebody
make it.
put us out of our misery. We will keep talking. I will sit here and keep talking.
I keep refreshing on my other monitor. I'm like,
I will say, I'm very excited. We are getting Kenobi music released tomorrow.
yes, please.
That's coming out.
As the first, every time a woman does the first of something in Star Wars, like The Rise of Skywalker was the first novelization by a woman, and then we had the first Star Wars directed by a woman, and now the first series headed by a woman, and then we had the first music composed by a woman, and I run a play festival that's entirely for women playwrights and playwrights of other underrepresented genders, because women write less than a third of the work produced in American theaters. So the idea of women writing and directing is so important to me, and I love it. So that it's very special to me, and the way she wove in the Force theme at the end.
So good.
I can't. Sorry, I'm gone.
I will say that one of my favorite pieces of music, I could do 1,000 of them. But in The Last Jedi, when we get to like 20 minutes in, we have that whole speech from Snoke. He's like yelling at Kylo, and Kylo, it's like, you hear the brass, it's really big, and then he smashes his mask. I don't know what that track is called, but like, there's just something about that whole thing coming together. That's the scene that I cheer at. So
I think there's another update.
Is there another update?
I'm refreshing. It's not.
He's just
changing
moving
yet.
his arms.
I thought, because I saw it in our chat, but I don't know
I
if
saw it
it's.
in our chat too. That's why I thought.
Samuel
Maybe
Kim
not.
also has music on other music services. Looking below, he does music on TikTok, but he's mashed up Ray and Ben's theme into a Raylo theme for the Raylos Among Us. Yeah, taste, my friends, taste.
Need to hear that.
But he also does this really cool one that's Mandalorian and Carol of the Bells.
Oh,
You wouldn't think it
I
would.
like the
It's
idea.
so, and my favorite is he rolls Star Wars music into Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's everything.
The Marry Me theme from At World's End, the wedding during the fight, which is the greatest thing that ever happened and has ruined my future wedding plans forever. I was way too young when Pirates of the Caribbean came out. Welcome to what defined my life. Into Across the Stars.
I love Across the Stars.
That's
I
it.
know
Oh
it's
my
hard.
God.
It's an easy
Yeah.
answer,
Star
but I
Wars.
love Across the Stars.
That's it. That's top tier right there. That's it. That
John
is
Williams
romance.
did not go that hard for
No, he
Attack
did
of the
not.
Clones, but he went hard.
It boggles my
Mhm.
mind. So if you look at like John Williams' score nominations across the years, like all of the original trilogy, all of the sequel trilogy, prequel trilogy, where you at, like the absolute audacity of the Academy to not nominate the prequel trilogy films.
Especially when you realize how iconic those songs are now.
Right. I mean, from Duel of the Fates, Battle of the Heroes, Padme's Ruminations, literally like Across the Stars, as we've been talking about, how can you say no to any of that?
My very favorite is this is a little thing, but it's when the electric guitar drops in the chase through Coruscant. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. It was like John Williams is just sitting there, sitting and thinking, like in his John Williams way. And he's like, you know what this needs? Guitar. And it's great.
We did it.
Oh wow!
$35,002.
Oh my god!
Thank
We
you.
won't tell my dad about the two.
That's dope.
Oh god.
Maria, you were the good luck charm. You got
Oh,
to
yeah,
make
right.
this happen.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't tell everyone I'd be wearing lingerie. I just said I'd be here. All right? That's all I said. I never guaranteed anything, dude. It is what it is. It's a great cause. Thank you guys so much for organizing this. I knew we had to do something, but I didn't know what it was. Thank you so much.
I am so happy that y'all came on this journey with us because it's been all of us. I was just mad as hell, and I'm like, okay, I've learned enough organizing over the past couple of years. Let's see what we can put together. And I expected to get like $5,000 over 2 weeks and have like a handful of podcasts, and then I'm like, the one phrase I've said more than any other over the past couple days is, I don't know what's going on. It's happening.
That's great, though.
I don't know what's happening. We do have one more video before we say goodbye from one more well-wisher, so we're going to pop them in.
Hello everyone, my name is Roberto and I'm an illustrator. I do Star Wars fan art and I'm here in support of What Choice and also the Amidala Initiative, two great organizations that need our help and support. So if you can, please do so. Do it for Ray. Thank you.
Do it for Ray.
I love Roberto.
That was so cute. That was cute.
I am overwhelmed, and thank you everyone. And so I'm trying to think of a good round robin question to sign off on. David, you got anything? I got nothing.
What's everybody most excited about in the next year or so? What are you looking forward to now that Kenobi's over?
What you got, Maria?
Riva cosplays. Where are you at? That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the Riva book that we know will come. We're gonna speak that into existence by Justina Ireland. Amen. Like that's what I'm most excited for for what kind of merchandise will be offered for Riva, because that's where I'm gonna be at when her universe drops the pants and the tracksuit. Look, I will be there, baby. I'll be in that outfit within an hour. You know what I mean? Like,
me every time that one appears on screen is sitting there going, "That's my wife," and my friend's like, "You've never." She just tried to torture a 10-year-old, and I'm like, she's never done anything wrong in her life ever. She's fine,
right?
So sure.
But I'm so looking forward to what happens next for Riva and Moses Ingram. Like, she's already hooked to another project. Like, I want to see more of that in the future. Yeah, not just anybody. Like, Star Wars fam showed up and showed out, and so did we as a Star Wars fandom community. And I just want to say I'm really grateful. And this is the type of fandom I always hoped for. When I was sitting at home breastfeeding Ahsoka, listening to those other podcasts, like, this is what I envisioned, is that we would be able to unify, to come together, to take care of things like this, to bring visibility to things like this, and not just talk about, an action figure or a song or a Funko Pop, but like actually do what I believe the Clone Wars and the movies are telling us to do.
Oh, that's a good one, Missy. Will Grogu learn to talk? And we might have more Tamara Morrison, which I would be here for.
I'm most excited for Acolyte. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Okay, what about you, Lacey? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Andor this year and next year Ahsoka. I think there are so many really cool things that we're going to get to see in Ahsoka, and like we're just getting like the tip of the cowboy hat of what's to come for that. And I apologize for bringing the stream down with my depression. Thank you so much.
You are a girl.
Never
Don't
apologize.
Never apologize.
I will fight you for that. Do not apologize.
That's a new thing on Sisters. That's a sex thing now. The tip of the hat. You've started it. It's on you.
You can take it. You're welcome, world.
Okay, Arzu, you got your man Kenobi. What are you looking forward to?
Listen, they gave me everything I wanted. So what I'm looking forward to in terms of what we actually know, I'm especially looking forward to Convergence by Zoraida Cordova. Because I love Zoraida Cordova. I love the High Republic. The two are just coming together with a plot that was designed for my interests specifically.
That was the second thing I was gonna say.
So
Latina
I thank her for
that.
And then my top 4 favorite characters have nothing in the pipeline, short of 2 of them being in the Lego Summer Special. So I'm speaking into existence anything to do with my 4 faves. I mean, we just got Kenobi, so he can take it.
Can we get a romance?
But
I feel like you guys feel me with that. I've been yelling for this. Can we get some love in Star Wars? Just a little bit.
Romance with a happy ending.
Happy
Ask
love.
for so little.
Just something.
I'm hopeful. This is what all my hopes are riding on Convergence, to be a happy romance, because it's 150 years pre High Republic where we're at now. So any characters there are going to be, dead of old age by then. And there's like so many potential love stories going on. I am like,
Taika, give me a love story. Taika, are you watching this? Give me a love story, Taika.
You know what? With him, the loves, and it might even be a non-straight love story because
I'm okay with it. I just want love.
Made the gay pirate
we
show.
love love.
Yeah,
we just love love, and we need more of it in Star Wars.
I almost bought a picture of the 2 women kissing. It's a T-shirt with it says Rebel Love, and it's the 2 women kissing in Rise of Skywalker. Because I'm like, I feel like a fanboy's gonna cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Sarah? What are you excited for?
Oh my gosh. Actually a lot right now. It's just so exciting. It's a good feeling.
It's so good.
Andor is like my big number 1 thing right now. That trailer, I wasn't in the room to see it, but I did watch it on my phone on the convention floor, and that was still a good experience. So that says something for me and my gut reaction to things. I am so excited for that. And Hot Mom Mothma and Hot Cassian Andor, stop. Like, stop.
You serving looks?
Mommy Mothma. I can't. I really can't.
I think she learned from Padme. She's like, I need to update my wardrobe.
It's I cannot. I will. This is the end of me. It's been so nice knowing all of you. The other thing I'm super excited about, like Arzu mentioned, I am so hyped for High Republic Phase 2. I am so thrilled that we have new authors in the High Republic. I love all of the Architect authors, but I'm so excited to continue to get more voices in the High Republic. And Zoraida is one that I had been hoping for since day 1. So I am super hyped that Zoraida is going to be writing Convergence. And I'm also really looking forward in the High Republic to Justina and Tessa Gratton's co-written YA. Because that I think might also have a little bit of romantic vibes in there. This is Phase 2 a romance?
I hope so. Give us all the romance. Give us all the
Crash
romance.
of Fate is one of my favorite romances in Star Wars. Like anyone, right? Has got it. Like,
oh yeah.
But while we're mentioning romances, we can't forget Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis coming out in August. In terms of books, I am very excited.
Raffle. And I say it just for when the news came out. Beth and I talk on Instagram because we're parasocial friends because yay, Instagram like that. But we share a devotion for certain characters. It's great fun. But so I've been saying my friend Beth Revis, author of Rebel Rising, in the same way as my father, the inventor.
I love how you got louder with that part. You're like, I can't control the volume of my.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You're like, my friend.
Yeah, my friend Beth Revis, inventor of the toaster strudel. Never mind. It's fine. That's a very specific niche. You had to be a girl of a certain age to grow up.
We're the right generation for that.
We all are, yes.
Are you talking Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Mean Girls, yeah.
I quote Mean Girls literally every other day. You go, Glen Coco.
None for Gretchen Wieners, bye.
Yeah, bye.
I might say that because my dog's a wiener dog, so I'm like, and none for Mr. Wiener, bye. David, what are you looking forward to? And an update, then we'll go to Maddie, and then I'll talk, and then we will really end the stream, I promise.
Okay, book-wise, Padawan comes out next month. I want more Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You guys haven't had enough of him yet?
Never.
The only guy I can't get enough is this guy right here. But
I don't want to talk about him. I got beef with him. I'm done with him. He's my least favorite character now. I had reservations, but now it's like, you know what? You are my least favorite character. Get out of here.
Acolyte, probably. It's the most intriguing for me.
Oh, I can't wait.
And there will be gay rep in that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as update for the fundraiser, we're now at $35,257.
Yes.
So you might want to bump that up to 40.
Yeah.
I've run out of dogs and costumes. Sorry, my python's grumpy, and I don't feel like getting bit live on the air today. Not happening. Sorry.
I don't have dog. I mean, I have dogs. They're not in costumes, but I think they're stuck downstairs. Somebody put the gate up. So.
What are you looking forward to, Maddie?
Oh yeah, just Acolyte and Convergence are my top two, 100%. Acolyte being another woman-led show with, I think they said for sure LGBTQ characters. I mean, there's non-binary actors in the show, so I have faith. And I love Crash of Fate. Like Crash of Fate and Lost Stars and Dark Disciple are my top three. So I'm very ready for her to have a High Republic book because I love the High Republic as well. But I also wanted to mention Nightsisters is doing a giveaway for a raffle for What Choice as well. I have a signed bookmark from Claudia Gray. And I'll be giving that away with Lost Stars manga and then a personalized Star Wars cup with your name in Arabesh on it for whoever wins. So yeah, I made a bunch for some friends at Celebration. I was like, oh, I can make more for this. So yeah, that's the other giveaway. I think it's if you donate $15 or $20, it's an enter for the raffle. But yeah, keep donating to What Choice, please. And Amidala Initiative as well.
Just as somebody mentioned at the bottom, has anybody ever found a high that's the same as the Scholastic Book Fair was when you were in school?
My school didn't do the Scholastic Book Fair. They
just
just
feel
gave us
like-
the sheet and we would fill it out and then the book.
Even that too.
Barbarians.
I mean,
they
the
bastardized it.
we
They
didn't get to look.
bastardized the hell out
You
of
were
that.
robbed of an experience.
You were.
I need to file a dispute on your behalf.
Our school was too small. I don't think they thought it was worth it to set up. So they just set
That sucks.
they
I'm
sent
so
their-
There
sorry.
was nothing that was more lit at 9 years
Yeah,
old
man.
than going
No.
into the Scholastic Book Fair. Even if you knew you couldn't buy shit and you knew your
Yeah,
shit
I
was
couldn't
black,
it. I
you
could not
still
afford
wanted
it.
to go in there.
Guys.
You're like, I know there's some good shit in there. They've been talking about this shit for 6 weeks. It's gotta be the best shit of my life.
If I can recommend something to you, if any of you, considering that the feeling seems to be all over, if any of you ever have the opportunity to be a bookseller in your life, take it.
I was. I
Because
was all through high school and college.
Did you get some of that Scholastic Book Fair high? Because I gotta say,
I did.
I work
I-
on Tuesday
my-
mornings when the books come out, and it is joy.
It's pretty joyous.
So-
I
So I
still
recommend
go back to the bookstore that I worked at. It's changed hands and names now, but they helped sponsor some stuff in my town. And the other day, I texted my bookseller friend who I worked with, and then they switched with the store. And I'm like, okay, I need Tales of Jedi and Sith. And 3 days later, I got a text, Tales of Jedi and Sith. And I'm like, Mom, I'm going to the store. Of course, I'm at my parents' house. And she's like, where are you going? When are you coming back? I'm like, gotta get my book. Okay, David, one more update, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Yes. Okay, let me refresh just to make sure there wasn't another donation. Okay, so we're at $35,307.
Wow.
That is it. Guys, I can't believe it. For what I'm excited for, obviously everything, give me all the Star Wars. Just beam Star Wars directly into my skull. But it's Andor.
I'm shocked.
I am going to be the most annoying person on the planet for 3 months. Just
It's gonna be your
legend-
Joker.
I'm going to enter a whole new era of annoying. But if anybody wants a podcast guest about Andor, please call me because it makes me less annoying on Twitter. But yes, I love Rogue One so much, and I love Cassian Andor, and I love Diego Luna, and how much Diego Luna loves being in Star Wars.
I would love to get you and Catherine on for 4 hours just going at each other about Andor. This sounds great.
She and I have recorded episodes together before, and we're way too similar, and we have way too much fun. We had a lot.
That sounds like just a great time.
We had so much fun.
Oh my god,
so great.
Yeah, just throw on some Jodeci and fucking turn the mic on, walk away. Kids figure it out.
It's gonna be great.
That sounds great. That's a great episode of Sisters.
And yes, please donate to What Choice. Please let Diego Luna touch Jabba the Hutt. And please let people kiss in Star Wars again.
I'm glad it went this way today.
Please keep donating. Please keep sharing. Please enter the raffles. If you have anything left to toss into a raffle, let us know. I'm sure we'll find a way to raffle it off for you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to David for going away with all of my greatest ideas. And thank you to all of you for supporting and everyone in the chat. Please also donate to the Amidala Initiative because women are not the only ones suffering and they're not the ones who are going to bear the brunt of everything that's going on. It's going to affect a lot of people. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm trying not to cry on a live stream, but please, may the force be with you always. And remember, rebellions are built on hope, and we are the hope.